So, okay, well, since you said that, I have to bring it up. So I was in the elevator the other day.
True, though.
And he gets in, and I go, wow, Dr. Dre is here. This is unbelievable. And I told John, and he's like starting to tell people, Dr. Dre is here. He's staying in the Ritz. And then you walk in on the first day and start emceeing. I thought, oh, man, definitely not Dr. Dre. I don't think he's going to MC the iMedia Agency Summit. But that is what he's referring to. Does he take a look? Look at your phones. I think so. That was cool. I think I might have another idea to throw into the mix of ways that we can move product today in the modern world. So at Respondology, we've created this thing that we call reply-based advertising. And in its essence, it's simple, right? It's putting ads in front of people the moment in time when they say they want something, which is really a basic concept, but there's a way to do it. So we know people post all the time, right? People are posting right now. People post tens, hundreds of millions of times a day. And a big chunk of that is expressing a want or a need, right? People want to travel. People want to get new music, find where they can get new music platforms. People they post out about binge watching TV, other shows they can get, other platforms they can watch it on. Cosmetics, gaming, food, the list goes on, entertainment, right? A lot of this is expressing intent, raising a hand, saying, I want something. Well, reply-based advertising, what we're doing is we're capturing that, and then we're allowing our brands right then and there to get back to that person and give them what they want, what they just asked for. So, Laurel, looking for new mascara, help a sister out. Birchbox would love to help Laurel out. Hey, here's a discount on our latest cosmetic product. Veronica, I need a beach vacation, who's in? Southwest Airlines is in, right? Hey, Veronica, here's an $89 flight to Cabo. Jay Gomez, I'm so hungry for pizza, expressed through an emoji. Well, Papa John's would love to get back to Jay right then and there and say, hey man, here's $10 off 2 larges, or Domino's, or Pizza Hut, right? And so what's happening here, even though data is amazing and essential and the future, there's another way to go, right? We're not putting an ad in front of somebody because they live in a demo bucket of a couple million people, or behavioral bucket with 20% lookalikes, or a social graph bucket. Those are awesome targeting techniques. But we're putting an ad in front of somebody because they just raised their hand and said they're hungry, or they want to travel. Pretty basic idea. And if you want to break this down, if you look at the response here, this copy, this is all pre-approved copy, right? Nobody's winging it. In reply-based advertising, the brand voice is important. Nobody should be customizing this, right? Pre-approved copy by the brand and the agency, and lots of different copy sets in the platform. So based on what somebody just posted out, the copy can be customized to them. So they get sort of a unique, customized experience based on what they just said. We think a little bit like it, we call it in the office AdWords for social media, right? Because you're really buying keywords and looking for people using those keywords anywhere in social media. So if I go into Google and type in John Madden 2017, clearly I'm in the market for that video game, and I would get an EA ad back or an Amazon ad back with John Madden 2017. Well, if I go and tweet out, hey, I'm a badass at John Madden 2016, I need to get my hands on 2017, it's the same thing, right? I'm raising my hand and saying, hey, I want to buy that video game right now. It's the same thing as going in and typing into your Google search engine. You're in market, the same EA ad, the same Amazon ad, whatever it might be, can come right back to that individual. So how does it work? It's a little bit automation, AI, but it's also human. So we have patented technology that takes hundreds of millions of posts and filters through them based on keywords, hashtags, emojis, phrases, just to the ones that are relevant for any one of a given our advertisers. And then it surfaces up to a human layer. So we call these people responders. These are English-speaking, US-based, typically college students that we're crowdsourcing. So we're bringing that Uber-like crowdsourcing model into digital media operations. And after it gets to our technology, they read the post and they look at it and they can see the post, they can see the advertiser, and they can determine, hey, first off, is this really relevant? And we do that because the technology is good, but it's not good enough yet, right? Technology and software can't pick up on the nuances of like sarcasm or irony, hidden meaning, right? It just can't yet. It will one day. So to make it a relevant ad, you have to have human eyes on it. But also, for brand safety, right? I mean, we've all been horrified at where some of our ads have run. I have been a media buyer, I've been a media seller for 20 years. I've read the double verify reports like you guys, the IES reports, seen where we're running, saw some of the horrible stuff we ran against. So we decided at Respondology that we wanted to humanize after the technology, not just for relevancy, but for safety for the brands, right? And if it gets through the human technology, if it gets through our technology, it gets through the human layer, a reply goes out, and this all happens somewhere between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. Our average is just under 2 minutes. So not real time, but pretty real time. There are a lot of good social media platforms out there, right? They do content delivery, customer service, the example we just heard, IKEA. These are great platforms, good businesses, but that's not what we do, right? This is a CPC ad sales machine. We do have some clients who use us for branding. Hershey's loves us for branding. House of Blues loves us for branding. But generally, this is like, as I said, an AdWords for social media. This is a self-serve tool, CPC platform, that's driving business for your brands. Customer service, content delivery, Sprinkler, Hootsuite, whoever, great businesses, different platforms. Also, we don't need to hear a brand name. So real tweet, real example here. Dave Smith tweets out, need my morning cup of coffee, stat. Dunkin' Donuts gets back to him, this is real, says, hey, we can help with that, here's a cheap cup of coffee down the street from you, Dave. Dave didn't use Dunkin', he didn't use donuts, but Dunkin' Donuts purchased the keywords morning cup and coffee, and voila, as soon as somebody wants a cup of coffee, Dunkin' Donuts is there. So the question then is like, well, what do people think about this? You know, what are the reactions like out there? We have a 15 to 30% click-through rate year to date across all our brands. Higher for some brands like pizza, 15% for some other brands. And that's kind of astronomical for our industry, right? It's almost unbelievable. But if you think about it, I'll use an example from a conversation this week. If I'm listening to music and I post out, hey, jamming to tunes, my headphones are hurting, need a new pair, and Beats by Dr. Dre comes right back at me and says, hey, we can help with that, here's 20% off our latest model, that's really powerful. That's gonna get a click, for sure, right? And if nothing else, it's definitely gonna make a branding impression that is gonna get somebody interested in Beats by Dr. Dre. So that's how come you get that kind of click-through, right? Also, not ad served. These aren't banners in blind, kind of those blind spots of sites that we all have kind of, even us in the industry, have phased out of our vision when we're on a website. It's right back at you, one-on-one, right when you said you want something. More than click-through, I love the retweets and likes percentage. 4% year to date of all the replies we send out get a retweet and a like. And if you think about that, like, we're all chasing like 0.04% click-through rates on banners, and 4% of the people of the reply-based ads we've sent out have kind of given a thumbs up and said, hey, that ad was pretty cool. You know, I support that, I like that, I retweet that. That's amazing, right? I mean, part of the battle we have is like, as humans, even in the industry, ads suck, right? But now, and a good place to wrap this up, is the vision of reply-based advertising. What we're trying to do at Respondology is not make them suck, right? So we as marketers need to push product for our brands. We need to get in front of people in all kinds of ways. But if we can actually make it so that we as humans get a benefit out of the ad, it's utilitarian to us, right? I need new headphones, Beats by Dr. Dre is there. I want to get away and get a beach vacation, Southwest Airlines is there. Suddenly the vision of great advertising starts to come into focus, right? The brands are moving product, retailers are finding a new way to sell things in a modern era, people are getting what they want. Ask, and they shall receive. So this is a quick-fire session. I'm only supposed to take 10 minutes, so I got to wrap it up there, but that is reply-based advertising, and thank you very much.
We actually have a little bit of time for Q&A if anybody wants to ask a question to Eric. Ooh, there we go. Fantastic. Ooh, wait for the mic. Wait for the mic, please.
The question was, go ahead.
How do you prevent being in the environment where the sentiment is bad? You know, and they're complaining about Dunkin' Donuts and then you send them a Dunkin' Donuts ad.
Two ways. First is you can put negative keywords into the platform, as many as you want. So you can choose all those keywords and say, man, if somebody posts out that, the simple form would be hate and donuts, but you could be a lot more elegant and savvy than that, they don't even get through our technology. Second is back to the human review, right? So let's just say something slips through and it doesn't use a negative keyword that we thought of already. The human is going to look at it and read it and see. And by the way, on that human review, they can read it and say, hey, this person is not looking to get a cup of coffee. This person is complaining about their latest Dunkin' Donuts experience, even if they don't use the wrong keyword. But just on that point to finish, we can have up to 2, 3, or 4 reviewers. We can dial up the brand safety based on the sensitivity of the brand. And what are the chances that after it gets through technology, 4 people look at it, all happening in 30 seconds to 2 minutes, that 4 people are statistically going to get it wrong? It's very, very low. So that's how. Out of time?
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Eric.
Jeff.
Let's give it up for Eric Swain, Respondology.